Ishtihari Shaheed. The history of literature bears witness that whenever creative restrictions have been imposed on an author, they have not hesitated to publish their works under pseudonyms. Premchand also had such a pseudonym, under which his first work was published at a time when his own name was already well known. This pseudonym was Bambuk, and under this name, his first story titled Ishtihari Shaheed, The Martyr in the Advertisement, was published in the combined April to May 1915 issue of Jamana magazine. My simplicity, my honesty, and my naivety have become a burden for me. It's been 4 weeks since I brought this trouble upon myself, and now I see no way to get rid of it. Ever since I retired and came to Rasulabad, I've spent my time reading books and remembering God. In the evenings, the town's elite would gather, and we'd pass the time joking and laughing. I became good friends with Munshi Ramkhilawan, the postmaster. He is the root of all my troubles. When I first came here, Munshiji had a small bald patch on his head. One of his friends, under some strange inspiration, ordered him a bottle of hair growth medicine from Lahore's famous Indian medical hall. Although Munshiji wasn't entirely convinced and often said, at this age, what's the use of worrying about baldness, a week later, a 3.5 rupee VPP parcel arrived. Out of respect for his friend, he went ahead and purchased it. After a few months of use, by God's grace, Munshiji's hair started growing back. The postmaster now held this medicine in high regard and began preaching about it to everyone. Even if someone came to buy a postcard, Munshiji would launch into praise for the medicine. The poor soul would protest that no one in his family had ever gone bald and that he'd never need such a remedy. But Munshiji would insist, at least hear me out. He wouldn't give the postcard or refund the money until the conversation about the medicine was finished. These incidents were becoming everyday occurrences. Now, let me tell you about my story. One day, Munshiji approached me and said it was only right to give the medical hall a certificate of endorsement for their miraculous product. Since I had experience and had worked as a Tahsildar with great efficiency, Munshiji asked me to authenticate the certificate. Thinking it was a trivial matter, I wrote down the entire event and signed it. Little did I know that from that day onward, a new disaster would fall upon me. I now regret it to this day. As soon as the certificate reached the medical hall, they had it printed in large letters in every 2-penny newspaper in Lahore, adding my name and address alongside it. And that, dear reader, was the day I became part of the world of advertisements. A long letter of thanks came from the manager of the medical hall, in which he inquired how much I would charge for endorsing their other tried and tested products. They had a digestive tablet that they wanted me to endorse, stating that it had cured my friend's severely decayed stomach. They also wanted me to claim that their wax oil was a miracle cure for arthritis, promising me a generous reward in return. The manager even suggested that if I endorsed their tooth powder by saying it had caused an old woman's missing teeth to grow back after 18 years, they might even make me a partner in the company. They also felt it was my duty to distribute at least a dozen bottles of their hair dye among my close friends and report the benefits. But I had to politely decline all these services. Not only that, other medicine sellers began showing me their kindness as well. Muhammad Afzal or Sons sent me 6 packets of hair growth powder, asking if any of my other friends were bald so that they could try it and see their hair grow back within 2 weeks. Swadeshi Chemical Works sent me some registered trademark pills by parcel and urged me to try them. God forbid, should the postmaster's hair ever fall out again. These pills would help regrow the hair without waiting for rain, and they would never fall out again. They even included a 100 rupee prize as proof of this miraculous claim, along with numerous printed testimonials. In addition to all this, I received bundles of advertisements and 600 posters meant to be pasted on walls. I realized that they had made me their honorary agent, even promising a commission on any orders that came through me. Another company called Bal Jia sent a dozen bottles of their hair oil, claiming it would help my friends grow hair in no time. Yet another company from Jalandhar, Vedic Pracharak, sent their agent to my house, giving me 6 boxes of their product to test on the remaining bald people I knew. I became so overwhelmed by these gifts, that I eventually had a notice published in the daily Lahore newspapers stating that all my friends were now baldness-free and requesting that no one send me any more valuable medicines for testing. But even that didn't help. I could easily compile all the letters I received into a heavy book. Since the day the postmaster's baldness was published in the newspapers, the post in this town has quadrupled. Not a single bald person from Kanyakumari to the Himalayas has failed to write to me about the postmaster's baldness and the wonders of the Swadeshi medical hall's medicine. I have gained so much experience dealing with bald people that if a commission on baldness is ever formed, I am confident I would be chosen as its chairman. The end.
This story was originally written by Premchand, a legendary author of Hindi literature almost 100 years ago. Do let us know if you like the story. If it so happens that you did not like the story, even then, please let us know your choice so that we can find something you would like to listen. If you like the story, tell your friends as well. If you want to enjoy more stories like these from so many other Indian authors, subscribing the channel would make it easy. Bye for now.